All rise. The United States District Court for the Western District of Oklahoma is now in session. The Honorable Bernard M. Jones presiding. God save the United States and this honorable court.
Thank you. Please be seated. Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, y'all can do better than that. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. All right, now I know I'm not the only one. I may be a little caffeine deficient, but we're all here this morning, and this is a very happy day. I am United States District Judge Bernard Jones, and I am delighted to preside over this very special ceremony. And even more delighted that it is taking place here at Oklahoma City Community College, the state's fourth largest institution of higher learning and its largest provider of micro-credentials among many other state and national honors and recognitions. Now, if that sounded like a shameless plug for OCCC, it probably was. But it was less about the institution and more to ensure that I don't end up on the couch this evening because for failing to perform my first gentleman duties as I am the first gentleman here of Oklahoma City Community College, an honor that I hold very dear because my wife, Dr. Jones, whom you will hear from shortly, is president. So we are so grateful that you are here today and know that you are welcome. Now, in all sincerity, again, I want to thank Dr. Jones and her wonderful staff for hosting us today and for helping to make this ceremony special. And it is indeed special because many of you are receiving your citizenship. You were finally able to see the fruits of your labor. And didn't you labor? The countless hours of study, meetings, paying your taxes, etc., it wasn't easy. No, the process of becoming a naturalized citizen is not for the faint of heart. It is lengthy, and it involves the investment of considerable time and effort, which is why all of you should be commended. But we should also commend those who have walked alongside you, those family and friends who were integral in helping you along this arduous and at times uncertain journey. So let's take a moment to recognize our friends and family who are here to witness this ceremony and extend to them our sincere gratitude for all they did to help you reach this final step in your journey towards citizenship. Let's give them a round of applause. While we are extending gratitude, let's thank as well a number of others who have been particularly helpful to this court in making today possible, including representatives of various government offices and patriotic organizations and other volunteers. I would like to recognize this special guest with the thanks of this court. From the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, we have Rodney Floyd and Danielle Marsh. You all wave. There we are. Thank you, Ms. March. Good to see you. We also have with us, representing the Council Grove chapter of the Daughters of the American Revolution, we have Libby Hayes. Ms. Hayes, where are you? There we are. Thank you, Ms. Hayes, if you wave. And then we have Kay and Critelli Epperson. Where are the Eppersons? There you all are. Thank you so much as well. And finally, from our voter registration, our voter registrators, we have B.B. Dotter. Ms. Dotter, where are you? There she is in the back. Thank you, Ms. Dotter. And Ms. Sandra Birdsong. Thank you. And I see Victor back there as well. Thank you so much. Thank you all for all that you do. I now call on Rodney Floyd, Designated Naturalization Examiner from the Office of Citizenship and Immigration Services of the Department of Homeland Security, to present the applicants for citizenship. Mr. Floyd.
Thank you, Your Honor. May it please the court, before presenting the government's request, I would like to take this opportunity to introduce the candidates for naturalization by their country or former nationality. There are 23 countries represented here today. As I call your country of your former nationality, just please stand and have a seat immediately. First country I will call is Brazil. Cameroon, China, Colombia, Germany, Guatemala, India, Israel, Italy, Jordan, Malaysia, Mexico, Nigeria, Pakistan, Peru, Russia, South Africa, Ukraine, United Kingdom, Venezuela, Vietnam. If it pleases the court, the government is proud to present 39 candidates for citizenship. Each of our candidates for citizenship has been examined by a duly designated naturalization examiner of the United States Citizenship and Immigration Service and found entitled under the law to be naturalized. Each of our candidates has required residence and physical presence in the United States, in the state of Oklahoma, and within the jurisdiction of this court. Each of our candidates has established that during the statutory period required by the law, he or she was a good moral character, attached to the principles of our Constitution, and well disposed to the good moral and order and happiness of the United States. Each of our candidates, unless they were exempt by the law, has demonstrated an ability to read, write, and speak words in ordinary usage of the English language. Each has demonstrated his or her knowledge and understanding of the fundamentals of the history and government of the United States. Therefore, I present to you the applicants for naturalization and ask that you administer the oath of allegiance and admit the United States citizenship and applicants and grant their respective changes of names. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Floyd. Now, I would ask that all the applicants for citizenship stand and take the oath of allegiance to your new country. The oath will be administered by Deputy Clerk Shannon Shoulders. Shannon?
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I hereby declare on oath that I absolutely and entirely renounce and abjure all allegiance and fidelity to any foreign prince, potentate, state, or sovereignty, of whom or which I have heretofore been a subject or citizen, that I will support and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States of America against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I will bear arms on behalf of the United States when required by law, that I will perform non-combatant service in the armed forces of the United States when required by law, that I will perform work of national importance under civilian direction when required by the law, and that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. So help me God.
You, having just taken the oath of allegiance, and I, having just signed an order granting petitions for citizenship and for name change, you are all now citizens of the United States. I think they deserve a round of applause. Thank you. Please be seated. Well, let me begin first by again congratulating all of you on this remarkable milestone, one that I am certain you will remember for years to come. I love these ceremonies because not only are they cause for celebration, but because they invite reflection. And in so doing, I recall a story about an exchange between one of our framers, Benjamin Franklin, and a woman by the name of Elizabeth Powell. And as the story goes, following a day of debate and drafting, Franklin exited Independence Hall and was approached by Powell, who inquired of him. She said, "Well, Doc, what have we got? A republic or a monarchy?" To which Franklin replied, "A republic if you keep it." Well, ladies and gentlemen, I share this because as new citizens, you are now keepers of our republic. It is now your responsibility to ensure both the preservation and the perfection of our great democracy, a charge you keep by being of service to America. A service that can take many forms: joining the armed forces, voting with regularity, running for public office, serving on a jury, certainly paying your taxes, educating your children, practicing your faith, or even introducing customs of your home country to your new country. Doing all or any of these things is how you keep our republic. So with that, I again congratulate all of you on becoming citizens, and I pray God's continued blessings on you and on your families as you begin this new and exciting chapter. With that, okay. With that, let me invite us all here in this very beautiful venue to stand for the national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. Please be seated. At this time, it is my honor to extend greetings and to introduce our speaker, the president of this fine institution, Dr. Montrose Staley Jones.
Good morning. Good morning again, and welcome to Oklahoma City Community College. It's an incredible honor to stand before you today as we gather for one of the most meaningful ceremonies held on our campus, the Naturalization Ceremony. Today, we celebrate new citizens, new beginnings, and new stories that will forever enhance our community and our nation. Allow me to take a brief moment to extend my sincere appreciation to my partner in life and not in crime, my husband, Judge Bernard Jones. Let's give him a round of applause. For gracious leading today's naturalization ceremony. I also want to thank the members of the courts, D. Wayne Lee and the entire team, as well as the OCCC team who prepared for today's ceremony. And to our guest speaker, Mr. Fred Mendoza, we're so grateful for your presence and look forward to your message. And to our honorees, our newest citizens of the United States, we celebrate you and welcome you into our American family. At OCCC, we believe in education, and we believe that it transforms lives. And today, we celebrate a different kind of transformation, the moment you officially become a United States citizen. We are a college that values unity and opportunity for all. Through programs such as English as a Second Language and citizenship preparation, it is a privilege to walk alongside you on this remarkable journey. Each of you has traveled your own path to reach this defining moment. You have faced challenges, made sacrifices, and remained steadfast in pursuit of a dream. Today, those paths meet here in this place where you stand united by a shared commitment to freedom, justice, and the promise of America. The United States Citizenship and Immigration Services reports that in fiscal year 2024, over 800,000 people were naturalized as U.S. citizens. And when all is said and done, when the final numbers for 2025 are counted, your name, your number, and your story will be among them. You will forever be part of the next great chapter in America's ongoing story. As the late Supreme Court Justice Thurgood Marshall once said, in recognizing the humanity of our fellow beings, we pay ourselves the highest tribute. Today, we recognize you. When you already took your oath of allegiance, I want you to know that you are not letting go of your past. You are weaving it into your American story. Your culture, your language, your traditions, and your faith become part of this nation's living story. On behalf of Oklahoma City Community College, our Board of Regents, faculty, staff, and students, and on behalf of the United States of America, I want to say welcome home and welcome to the American family. And now it's my pleasure to introduce today's special speaker, Mr. Fred Mendoza. Fred Mendoza currently owns a business marketing and management company. He is retired after decades in the artist management business and country music in Nashville and Dallas. During his career in the music industry, he worked with rock and roll and country singer-songwriter icons such as Leanne Rimes, Waylon Jennings, Carl Perkins, Chuck Berry, Bobby V, B.J. Thomas, Michael Clark of the Byrds, Mark Lindsay of Paul Revere and the Raiders, Chris Isaac in production with numerous other artists. He started his career in the music industry as marketing and promotions manager at the Norman Petty Studios, where music icons Buddy Holly, Roy Orbison, Waylon Jennings, and other early rock and roll legends were first recorded. He later produced music videos and concerts in Miami, Los Angeles, Houston, Washington, D.C., New York City at Times Square, the New Year's Eve concerts, Rockefeller Center, Hard Rock Cafe, Grand Central Station, and numerous 9/11 Ground Zero fire stations in Manhattan. He produced numerous stage shows for U.S. wounded warriors during the Iraq and Afghanistan wars at Walter Reed Army Hospital in Washington, D.C., and the Vietnam Wall Memorial and the Lincoln Memorial. In Oklahoma, he produced several fundraising concerts, including in 1995 with KOMA Radio for the victims of the Murrah bombing, raising over $50,000. In 2002, as a member of the Spirit of Oklahoma Committee, he raised over $500,000 to purchase and deliver a new fire truck to the New York City Fire Department, and he produced a fundraising concert at the National Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum for victims of the devastating 2013 Oklahoma tornado. He is the chairman and founder of the Oklahoma Hispanic Institute, vice chairman of the Oklahoma Hispanic Lawyers Association, vice chairman of the Oklahoma County Finance Authority, member of the Oklahoma Route 66 Commission, member of the Oklahoma City Maps Advisory Board, Venues Committee, and chairman of the Governor's Hispanic Council. He is also a member of the Governor's Business Development Committee and CEO of Ventures Management, LLC. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Mr. Fred Mendoza.
Well, how do I follow that? I always say it's very difficult for me to talk about myself, but I'm always happy when it's read just the way I wrote it. So, congratulations to all of you. I'm the 11th. Well, first, let me say this from the bottom of my heart. I need to recognize the Honorable Bernard Jones, Judge. Thank you for this opportunity. You have no idea how humbled and honored I am to be here today. Dr. Matra Jones, president of this college, she mentioned a lot of things about me, forming the Oklahoma Hispanic Hall of Fame, the Oklahoma Top 40 Hispanic Leaders. A lot of the stuff that I've been able to do is because of her. A lot of dreams and ambitions that I had to do in the Hispanic community. My first stop was with Dr. Jones and at this college. Were it not for her, we wouldn't have done all of these things. And she knows I love her, and I'm so honored to be here. Thank you, Dr. Jones. And Dr. Vita Pickram, recently added to the executive staff of this college. Thank you for all of the things you've already done, and look forward to working with you in the future. And I need to recognize my daughter. She is the first elected Hispanic district judge in the state of Oklahoma, Judge Coyle, Heather Coyle. I'm going to try to be brief. This is probably the greatest honor that I have ever had, and I'll tell you first of all why. I see my parents in this audience who came to this country from Mexico. My father fled the revolution in 1914 after his family was murdered, his land was taken, and he literally rode across the border with the troops of Pancho Villa of the Northern Mexican Revolutionary Army. My mother's earlier than that, and they all settled in southeast Kansas with the Santa Fe Railroad. So I see them here today. I remember vividly when my father was naturalized. I was 12 years old. I still have that picture in my mind. What are we doing here today? Today, you are doing what you have to do so that your children and your grandchildren and generations forward will do what they want to do. My mother scrubbed floors at the church, at the school, so that I could get the best education that I could. I remember sleeping under the table at Fiestas when she was selling tamales so we would have the clothes to wear to school. I'm the 11th of 13, a couple of which were born in railroad boxcars. My mother's family were farm workers, my dad railroad laborer. when I was in high school, I was tested out at 150 IQ, and my counselor told me that I couldn't go to college, so I should probably try to find a job at the gas station. 6 years later, I'm a consultant to the White House during the Nixon administration. I can already tell you, later today when you go home, take a look in the mirror, because you'll be looking at the American dream, and no one will ever be able to take that away from you. No one. An interesting quote: "From the shores where Lady Liberty lifts her torch of welcome to the red clay plains where settlers once raced across the Oklahoma prairie, to the great expanse of the Pacific where the Golden Gate Bridge rises in crimson strength, America has always been a land of beginnings. Every coast, every plain, every mountain holds a story of someone who dared to start again. And today, that story continues." Thank you for the privilege of being here today. Well, I'm doing a lot better than I thought I would. And President Barack Obama once said during the naturalization ceremony, "The only true Americans are the first Americans, Native Americans. The rest of us, whether by force or by choice, arrived here from somewhere else. But the beauty of this country is that once we arrive, we look one another in the eye and we call each other Americans." What does that mean? It means you're not born into a caste system that tells you how far you can go. You are not told you must stay in one lane or one place or one dream. You are not born a king or a queen, but you can one day become the president of the United States, even with a name like Barack Hussein Obama. You can sit on the Supreme Court with a name like Sonia Sotomayor. You can become a famous news anchor with a name like Juju Chang, or the First Lady of the United States with a name like Melania, born in Yugoslavia. That's America. I've done a lot of public speaking in my life, as you can tell. I've been to many state dinners at the White House. I've met movie celebrities, singer celebrities. I've been to the Grammys. I've been everywhere. I've done just about all of it. I'm as blessed as any little Mexican boy from southeast Kansas can ever hope and dream to be. But that's what this country is all about. That's why we're here. That's why my parents came here. That's why my siblings, there were doctors, lawyers, combat veterans, Purple Heart veterans. 2 uncles died in the war. Medical people. I mean, we all flourished in this country because we wanted to. And if you and your families don't continue to flourish, as I often say very harshly, it's your own fault. First Lady Bush many years ago invited me to speak to a group of college students, and I'll never forget, and I don't know where it came from, but I told them, you know, this country, the streets in this country are paved in gold, but you have to go get it. Nobody's going to bring it to you. We're not a nation of victims. We're a nation of victorious people from all over this world that create one culture. We create the American culture, and it's the strength of this country. And I'm so proud of that, and I'm so proud to be here. And again, Dr. Jones, Judge Jones, thank you for the opportunity for me to be here today. This is the greatest experience in my life, and I know my parents are looking down at me very proud, and maybe my mother's kind of wondering, well, how'd you pull this off? Well, I guess I just always believe that anything is possible, and I have to instill that in you. You hit the lottery today. You are the American dream. And if this country continues to be successful, it's on your shoulders. It's on your story. What you're doing today, it's not just about you. It's about your story. And it's the story that you have to tell your children and your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren. And it's a story that needs to continue. But you have to tell it. So, congratulations to all of you from the bottom of my heart. And you're going to have a great life in this country. There's no other like it. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you, Fred. Thank you so much for those wonderful remarks. Now, as is the tradition in our court, I'd ask that we all stand so that we may pledge allegiance to our new flag, or to those of you who are new citizens, to our flag. And our Pledge of Allegiance will be led again by our Deputy Clerk, Shannon Shoulders.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Please be seated. Again, I want to thank everyone for being here, and thank again Oklahoma City Community College for hosting us. This concludes our ceremony. I ask all who have been naturalized to remain in the auditorium after these proceedings for a few administrative details, namely the receipt of your certificate of citizenship. There being nothing further, the court will now be in recess.
Brand new citizens, you may be seated now.
After you all receive your certificates, your documents, we do have a reception for you and your family and loved ones and guests to enjoy, as well as some goodies for you. So congratulations again, and we'll see you in the atrium after you get your documents.